How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Sinister the Gamer section, bringing you another interview with a game dev. I'm your host. Before I, introduce our guest, like if you enjoy our content, be sure to leave us a like and comment, especially towards the end of the interview. But with that being said, I'll go ahead and let our guest introduce himself.
Yeah. Hello everyone. I'm Edouard Libion. I'm from Belgium, and I'm building a game, a city builder game, fantasy. That is now on Kickstarter. It's been like a year and a half. I'm working on it. Maybe 2 years if we count the pre-work, thinking about the world and everything. And here we are.
All right. All right. First things first. Let's start at the beginning. What got you into gaming?
So I start software development with a small game. It was a browser game, a shitty game at the time, um, but it was pretty successful. So it hyped me continuing in this area. So I continue in the software development, but not the game development.
Uh-huh.
So I have like 7 years, something like this, of professional working in this field. And then I wanted to go back here to my first love, that was game development. And I perfect my skills. I know I wanted to have something more ambitious, and Earth of Oryn was it's like my dream project with all I like, all what I like: city building, strategy, big deep lore. Because I'm a big fan of things like Tolkien world or Asimov world. I like when it's very deep and very detailed. So this game is kind of all this those stuff together.
Okay. Yeah. Let's bring me to my next questions. Did you have like any favorite games growing up, or any favorite gaming platform?
So a favorite game, like game I was inspired for Art of Rain. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
there is like a big one that's pretty like old today, but it was like Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't know if there's people knowing this game,
Uh-huh.
where you had to build a coaster park.
Uh-huh.
And what I really like in this game is the way you can custom things and like spend really endless hour on it. Like you finish your goal, but you still want to make your park pretty, test a new ride, test a new configuration. And that the kind of thing I want to have in Heart of Orin 2. Like you finish your mission, but you want to still improve your castle to make it bigger, more beautiful, having a perfect balance on your resource gathering, etc., etc. But there is also other influences like the Age of Empire,
Uh-huh.
uh, and more recently like Rhyme World or Timberborn.
Hmm.
All those kind of game are really inspire me to make mine.
Oh yeah, because after seeing your trailer, but yeah, I got a kind of vibes like of Age of Empires and Civilization, you know, yeah, that kind of thing. I can see, put a thought and effort into that. But other than to your game, Earth of Orin, how did the title come about?
The title, haha. It's a good question because it will be a big part of the lore. Heart of Ring, because it's a big world. You will start with like four civilization, but it's because I'm solo developer and I was not able to like make all the civilization
Uh-huh.
at release, but there is like a lot of them. So this is why I choose like Heart of. And Orin is like it's a key element in the lore, but it's something I won't spoil you now, and it means something.
Okay, cool, cool. Other than that, what did the idea come about? Like, was it a few years ago when you first got started on it? Like, come up with the idea and before starting, designing it out.
Yeah, it started like a long time ago. I think about a lot of different games. So it's more like about iteration, and I even start in designing it in for mobile.
Okay,
But then the scope grow and grow, and I decided to go to Unity with the Unity engine to build
okay,
a PC game because it was more suited for this scope.
okay. That's cool. Oh, yeah, because that was gonna be my next question. What did you use to develop it? But since you already explained it, yeah. But with Unity, like, do you enjoy using Unity more than anything else? Like, because it's like something that's more familiar with.
No, I never used Unity before, so it was my first time with Unity. I did try to make like very small game to learn, but I'm pretty familiar with the language, the development language of Unity. So it was not like super difficult, and also I had always loved to use 3D software and other thing you have to use around the game development. So there was just to learn the Unity framework, and everything was ready.
Well, that's cool because I mean, yeah, because like from past interviews I've done, like there's a few that use the Unity engine because like that's what they love and they're more familiar with it. A few
Yep.
others like they use their own engine. Like it's like only a few that enjoy using the Unreal Engine,
Yeah.
whether it be 4 or 5. Oh, yeah, 4 or 5. But yeah, because using they use their own because I mean they use what they're good with. But other than your game, is there a story behind it without giving too much away?
Sorry,
Is
can you
there
repeat?
Yeah, is there a story to your game without like giving too much away of the plot?
Yeah, yeah, of course. There is a story. It's an important point. It's something skippable in the game, but it's for me it was important to write a story about all this world to make a sense to it.
Mhm.
Um, I'm also writing a small book about it,
Okay,
so
cool.
so everything is it's linked, and it's I think in a lot of city builder, for me, it was a little bit like the sad part that you build you play your level, but there is not much deepness of why you do this
Hmm.
or that, and it's what I wanted to add in this game, following some people that have a story and discovering new world. And new people and new
Right,
creatures, new environment was
right.
pretty important for me.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, yeah, because like during your trailer, who did the music? I mean, because the music was really great. Like,
Yeah. So the music, I'm not a musician, and I'll be honest with you, it's a paid asset I found on the Unity store.
okay, that's cool. 'Cause I mean, yeah, because like I said, it was well put together. It's like the narration, and of course, the music. It just kind of flowed in perfect harmony. But as I was seeing, like between your trail, like the different areas, like I saw like one area is like all forest, one was like all deserts. Like
Yeah,
yeah, to me, like seeing all that desert, like kind of reminds me of, like the Southwest United States, like from
yeah,
Texas all the way down to California, and pretty much like the woods area, like you said, like up north, it's like the northern Midwest up into the Northeast, that kind of vibe, and I think further west, like I think of the Pacific Northwest, like Oregon, Washington, Montana, that kind of area,
yeah, yeah.
um, did you visit like any real world areas just to give you ideas, like to design your worlds?
Not especially, but I travel a lot in Europe, and like in America, there is a lot of different places you can be inspired by. So Also, maybe yes, but it's more like from the imagination.
Oh, that's cool. Other than the presentations, like such as just like narration and music, is there any cutscenes that kind of like drive the story along, or just you're basically you're designed away? Like probably for example, I can give like when you start building your areas, like do you have like a HUD area that way you get your materials from before you start building or things like that?
Yeah, so it will depend the level.
Mhm.
Uh, there will be some level like you can just like play one mission and that's it, and you start with yeah, a small settlement, or maybe sometime already a castle, but it's completely demolished and you have to rework everything.
Mhm.
And then there is the campaign part, and in the campaign you will more like act like you are the end of the king, and he will give you some mission to help a town that is around and not going well. And
Uh-huh.
so you will arrive in this town, you will try to convince people to do some stuff, to
Right.
rebuild things. You will have different goal. Maybe it will be military, maybe it will be about economy, depends. And when you succeed on those mission, the king
Uh-huh.
will propose you maybe to have bigger mission,
Uh-huh.
and then you might want to be king in his place, and uh, and conquer the bigger territory, and continue to expand.
Okay, that's cool. It's cool. Other than that, like as far as like platforms go, like do you prefer like put the on mobile or PC, that kind of thing?
Yeah, it will be only for PC because mobile for me is not ready in terms of performance for this kind of game.
Uh-huh.
But I'm also thinking about like Steam Deck and maybe iPad, because with the new iPad and the new processor from Apple, I think it could work. And it will be, I think it will be interesting to play like a more real game, I want to
Uh-huh.
say, in
Okay.
comparison to like apps from apps game you play on your iPhone.
Uh-huh.
Having a real stable there on iPad, I think it would be a great idea.
Yeah, no, okay. It's cool, cool. Yeah, it's like when you sign up for Steam, is that the platform you want to put it on? Or do you want to put it like on GOG or Epic Store or things like
Yeah,
that?
for like just facility, I will start with Steam.
Hmm.
Not to add too much work because I'm working solo, so maybe it's not that much to put it on other platform, but it's still
Uh-huh.
had.
Okay.
But I'm really looking forward to put it on other platform where
Okay.
after I release the first version.
Okay. Um, when do you plan on dropping this game? Like percentage, like what's your progression on? Is like halfway ready or almost ready? Like
Yeah, I would say I'm like at 1/3,
okay,
and I think at 2/3 it will be like already ready to play, but
uh-huh,
more like in early access, because I will have 2 more year here.
uh-huh,
First year I will mostly focus on the gameplay,
uh-huh.
and the second year more on the campaign. So the first year should be already good to play like some single mission.
Okay. All right. I like for my follow up questions, like say like this game 100% complete. They say it's successful on Steam. Do you plan on like adding some expansions to it, like
Yeah,
a la DLC just to expand it more?
yeah, that's the goal,
Uh-huh.
because it's a big world.
Mhm.
You can check the website. There is a map with like all the civilization,
Uh-huh.
and the goal will be to add more civilization that are living in different environment.
Right.
And something else to know is that, of course, following the environment, you will play differently. So, like in the desert, like the weather will be important.
Uh-huh.
in the mountain, yeah, it will be cold, so you will have to do something about it. And adding more civilization will have it will add more content.
Uh-huh.
You will discover more thing, but you will also have to play differently because
Okay.
those new environment will influence it.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, yeah, because like, I mean, other than like releasing like all the content, like, did you say like probably down the road we probably release like an ultimate edition that has like all your the main game and all your expansions all in one? I was like, that's something you want to plan on in the future. Say like you want to do like an ultimate edition of a game.
I think it will be more like there will be like the base game that I
Hmm.
will continue to improve
Hmm.
as much as I can,
Hmm.
and then there will be like DLCs with additional content. But I'm not planning yet to already think about like a premium plus plus. I don't know what.
Well, okay. But just just want to throw it out there. It's like, do you ever think about throwing this game like on a console? Probably say for like the Switch, for example.
Ah, okay, sorry. For Switch, I'm not sure about console because for City Builder it's like maybe not that easy to
Hmm.
play,
Hmm.
but that's something I can consider in the future.
Hmm.
But it's really not like on my roadmap yet, just because it's. I don't
Right,
think it's fitted for.
right. I mean, yeah, usually games like this, I enjoy playing it on PC because like all the things you can do, like especially like mods and expansions and things like that. Because I mean, between that, probably that and a console, like on the console, you're so limited on what you can do, like build wise. But
Yeah.
been on the PC, you could probably expand a little bit more. It's like, I mean, is that how you kind of see it? Or
Yeah, and we started a touch screen. I think it's really doable and even maybe more fun,
uh-huh.
but not with joystick.
Okay, yeah, sounds cool enough. Aside from that, like, do you have like any other gaming ideas? I mean, I know it's probably not right now. Probably far in the future, you probably think of probably something else, like any other genre you want to tackle other than city builder, or pretty much this is what you want to stick with.
Yeah, if I can, I think I will stay with Heart of Oryn as
Mhm,
much as I can, expanding everything, continue to improve, adding content for the base game,
uh-huh,
trying to have really a small piece of jewelry in
uh-huh.
terms of city builder. That will be a dream to do this.
Okay, and probably my last one, like, do you ever think about collabing with somebody? Like probably take some of the pressure off of you. Probably, if you ever say, hey, you ever meet up, come with ideas, bring together, like say like you want to design this and someone can tackle that, like whoever their strengths are, so that way if you ever come an idea of like an idea of a game like you want to create on like something like a city builder on your own.
I'm not sure to understand your
Oh
question.
no, well
Sorry,
basically
maybe my English, but
but basically what I'm saying is like you ever think about teaming up with somebody like hey they probably have the same idea as you, probably like a city building game,
yeah,
you know, let's say hey if you two like to team up, like say you want to design, you probably want to do the game design, and probably whoever you want to team, but probably can tackle probably another area they're probably good at, like probably with coding or with music or something
yeah.
like that. Something that make it easier on you.
If I was to find like the good person, I think would not be against. But I also think that like if you do two people team, sometimes it's not like less work because you have to make meetings to agree on a lot of things, to
Uh,
have maybe few code, and the software development may have some conflict, or it's not
oh yeah,
always the easier path to
right.
work some other people. And
Right.
if it was like to work with even more people,
Right.
then I think my job will change. I
Right.
will be more like a manager, and it's not especially something I want for the moment.
Uh, I mean, it's understandable because usually when it comes to collaboration, I mean, communication's key. That's one of the things.
Mm,
Because I mean, because I'm sure you want to be on the same page. It's like, hey, like
yeah.
if you two have an idea, because I mean, because
Wor-
usually it's not that
yeah.
easy when it's usually a 2-man team. Because I mean, like you mentioned earlier, it could be conflicts and things like that.
Working alone is a lot of freedom, and
Right.
I may work with other people, but I think it will be more like in a freelance way or
Yeah.
something like this. It will be, I think, better for me.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool. I mean, like I said, everyone is different because there's always a method for their madness. that
Yeah.
kind of thing. All right. Yeah, basically that's all the questions I have. I mean, like I said, I definitely appreciate taking the time to
Yeah,
interviewing you and
pleasure.
learning about your project. Oh yeah. Before we give our outro, it's like yeah, just tell everyone out there where they can find you at.
Yeah. So for the moment, there is a Kickstarter. You can like write Heart of Oryn on Kickstarter, and you will find me there. You can check the project. There is a lot of explanation about it. Um, if you can help me like just with a small pledge, even a small pledge will help me a lot, because it's like the only way for the moment
Mhm.
I have to continue on this project.
Right.
And if you want to talk more with me, you can join the Discord. Maybe I can give you the link, or you
Yeah.
can go to
Oh yeah.
like on the website. You
Mhm.
go to heartoforin.com, and you will find all the information, the Discord, the Kickstarter, and so on.
All right. About to put it up right now. Let's see. There you go. Uh, I'll give it a. There we go. It's like, all right, there you have it, everyone. There's a link right there if you want to follow, like, support his Kickstarter. And then, of course, this is your host, Sinister. You can follow me on my social medias. You can find me excuse me there. You can follow me on Twitter at Constream19, then on Instagram at Sinister1019.
Okay.
With that being said, this concludes our interview. Hope you all have a good night.
Thank you.
All right.